This episode is brought to you by the WWE producer moonlighting as a Produce 48 producer because they have a literal showdown ring for the girls to compete for center in. Ding ding ding! Hi guys, and welcome to episode 3's recap of Produce 101 season 3 / Produce 48 / K-pop versus J-pop. Whatever we're calling it, we're right back on with episode 3, and that includes the rankings or re-rankings for grades. We are brought back into the A class where it's revealed that not only will we not know what grades they're going to get until the very end, but we won't know until all of the newly ranked A class girls come into the studio. That's really mean. In the meantime, we get to see B through F grades, and obviously we don't get to see every single girl's grade, but we get some highlight shots of a select few. We start off with those who dropped to an F, including Youngsu of YGK+, who dropped from a D to an F, and Jangyuri, who dropped from a B to an F. Wow! New D-class students include Shiro Mamiru and her eye smiles, new C-class students include Minju, and new B-class students include Millionaire Market's Yunchae, who got a C originally but was shown in the last episode to be helping her C-class girls with choreography. Good karma pays off. As for new A-class students, the trainees in the A-class originally thought there'd only be 5 new girls. Turns out there are 8. Among those 8 are Yueha's Shihyun, who moved from a B to an A, Takahashi Judy, who moved from a B to an A, Honda Hitomi, who moved from a C to an A, Blackberry Creative's Hyuna lookalike Yujin, moving from a C to an A, and in the biggest success story of them all, Yabuki Nako, who went from an F all the way up to an A. I also just found out that apparently Nako and Miku's audition performance was never even uploaded to Mnet. The reason supposedly being that they do an AKB48 song with some sort of suggestive lyrics, and since they are both underage, maybe Mnet didn't really want to post that on YouTube. The song is also not very vocally challenging in any way, so maybe it was a good thing we don't know what got this girl, who now has an A, all the way down to an F originally. Finally, I feel like I say this every time, but the moment we've all been waiting for, the old A-class girl grades. It was revealed last episode that Kayun and Sakura had gotten A's, so no surprise there, but who else stays in the A class? Those would be ex-JYP trainee Chaeyeon, Sunmi lookalike Soyeon, Lee Hayun, who is label mate to Chungha, and RBW's Na Go-yoon. If you're paying attention, that is only 6 girls in total who stayed A's. Everybody else dropped. This includes Yueha's Yena, who is now a B, and Kwanyu B, who is now a C, who says she shouldn't be there because she's the oldest. Okay, I give up. I can't take it. I am so sick to death of her saying that she deserves some sort of something because she's the oldest. I really genuinely want to know from people who are supporting Yoonbi, like, I don't not support her, but I don't understand why she's been voted so high. I just don't get it, and I just want her to stop with this I'm the oldest stuff. I know Korea and Japan do the whole, like, respecting your senior elders, whatever thing, but I am losing my mind, and girl, I am losing my patience with you. Let's see if this C class is maybe a little bit humbling for her. We also get the big reveal. Who was the girl who dropped all the way from an A to an F? Who made Produce 101 history in being the first to do this? I was wrong. It is not House Minyoung. It is actually Stone Entertainment's Jo Yuri, who had that really nice voice in the auditions, and they show her video evaluation and it is not good. She messes up once and kind of self-destructs. So, F class she goes. However, with these re-rankings, this now means that instead of 2 Japanese girls in the A class, we have moved up to 4. Thank goodness. Now they gather for the title track rehearsals, but before they can do that, the A girls must now compete for the center. Each girl gets 12 hours to come up with a 1-minute performance using the Pick Me song and showing their talents, their creativity, just showing why they deserve to be in the center spot. And the B and F girls will be watching off on the sides and voting for who they think should be the center. It's a nice twist, I like it. Chaeyeon proves yet again that she's a really fantastic dancer. Shihyun actually wears an F shirt that she got in her first season when she was on the show. Apparently they let you keep the shirts, which is new to me. Harkening back, like I said, to her season 1 days and even presenting herself as F Class's Kim Shihyun, it's a very kind of humbling moment seeing how far she's come. Meanwhile, the camera pans out to the audience and we start to see some other girls who are re-ranked that we didn't see before, including Miyu as a B? Noe as an F? What happened? Oh no! But no time for that because Hitomi has to perform as an A-class girl and does a flip. Sakura lays out a piece of paper on the floor. She reads off of a paper in her hand, which turns out to be Korean lyrics that she herself wrote as a new arrangement to the song, and holds up the paper on the floor as a poster in Korean saying, "Pick me." The amount of Korean she puts into the performance is really a cute effort and shows how much she really wants it. On the opposite side, Kaiyun is a star and she herself rearranges the song for Japanese lyrics. Both girls show amazing versatility, and it's no surprise that they are the final 2 voted to be the center. The winner is neither of them because somehow it's a tie. A revote is instated and Sakura is the winner. She seems to not feel so sure that people made the right choice and starts to cry. Kaiyun comforts her in Japanese. It's so cute. Also, we kind of already knew this was the case because Sakura was already being promoted as the center girl before the show aired, so not much of a surprise. This was filmed before the AKB general elections, so Sakura at one point was not only the center for Produce 48, but was also the center in AKB. So that's kind of cool, fun fact. The day of the M Countdown filming is here. The stage is set and really high up, but it looks super pretty. The lights and LEDs are super cool. And we get a clip of the F girls waiting off on the side because they are designated backup dancers while A through D get to sing on the stage. And Noe's crying, aww! She now starts to have self-doubt that she is good enough because she doesn't think she can sing or dance. Some of the girls start to feel the same self-doubt, but it all kind of culminates into a F-class pep talk where they determine they will be the best they can be and move up in the future. And hey, at least they get to dance on the front of the stage, even though it's on the bottom. At least they do get some camera time, so that's all well and good. They rehearsed the first recording with the trainers watching off on the side. All the girls are clearly very nervous, but it goes really okay because the girls all perform wonderfully the second time around when the filming actually happens. And oh look, more search result rankings! Thanks for boasting your ego again, Mnet. If you're wondering why the lighting suddenly changed, I had to go to work and I couldn't finish filming in the daytime. So anyway, let's continue right where we left off. The girls have just finished their recording at M Countdown for the Pick Me song, and Lee Sung-gi has now arrived, and apparently he actually hasn't met the girls yet. That makes a lot of sense now. So Lee Sung-gi enters, and the girls go crazy. Ah, my god, it's Sung-gi! Can't really blame them. Sung-gi commends those who stayed and persevered through all the rough training up until this point. Wait, those who stayed? Wait, what? Who left? Yeah, so apparently 3 girls just left and they don't even bother telling us who, so I had to look it up myself, in case you're curious. So the 3 girls who left were all Japanese girls. They were HKT48's Tsukiyashi Amane, NMB48's Ueyama Kokona, and NMB48's Uemura Azusa. The competition's been really mentally and physically draining so far, so that might have been why they left. It might not have just been something that they were used to and wanted to continue. But on the other hand, they also never ranked higher than 75 out of the 96, and they were all in the F class at the time, so maybe that's also why? Anyway, we're now down to 93 girls, and that is a good thing for the remaining 93 because it means they have a better shot in making it to the final 12. The next day, and the girls are gathered in a room, Lee Sung-gi enters, the girls lose their minds. Didn't we just do this? He announces the next assignment, group evaluations. There will be 8 songs listed for the girls to choose from, which is half of the number of total teams. Why is that? Well, it turns out that there will be 2 groups each doing the same song. So they will be competing directly against each other for who gives the better performance of that song. Whichever team wins their heat gets 1,000 bonus points for I don't really understand what they're for votes maybe. And it then is revealed that only 58 girls will continue on in the search of becoming America's Next Top Model. Just kidding, there will be 58 girls who will continue on in the competition. Anyone 59 and under is going home. 35 girls. The curtain drops to reveal a previously hidden wall with a bunch of songs that the girls will be choosing from, and they are as follows. AOA's Short Hair, Red Velvet's Peekaboo, G-Friend's Love Whisper, Blackpink's Boombaya, IOI's Very Very Very, Nama Nama Nama, and also 3 Japanese songs. Twice's like Ooh Ah in Japanese, Kara's Mamma Mia in Japanese, and AKB48's High Tension, which I feel like it's cheating. There will be 16 team captains selected by a random draw, where they will select the team members, and Sakura goes first as a perk of being the center. With girls like XJYP's Chaeyeon, A-Team's Choyeon, and Woollim's Kwon Yoonbi, their team is stacked, and they are rightfully dubbed the Avengers team. Also, I know Yoonbi's in the C class. Are the team captains not allowed to pick people just in the A class? Because if I was a captain, I would completely go for A class girls. It must have been some sort of rule we didn't get to hear. This goes on and on and on for 15 more girls who are team captains, and honestly, if I was to list every single girl and every single girl that they pick, we would be here for an extra 5 minutes. But one of the important teams to list the members of is the very last team, consisting of 6 girls who were not picked. AT Creative's Hyewon, AKB's Asai Nanami, SKE's Asai Yuka, AKB's Sato Minami, AKB's third person speaking Chiba Eri, and Cube Entertainment's Han Chowon. Many of them have been in just the D and the F class, with the exception of Chowon, who just made it to B class, and a lot of them are also really young. I feel like these are all kind of common reasons why they weren't picked, but nonetheless, it's really sad to see. You never want to be the last kid picked in dodgeball. We move on to the relay race, where one girl from each team is the representative runner, and they will race to pick a song from the wall. There are 2 posters per song, so there's 2 Boombayas, 2 Short Hairs, 2 Peekaboos, etc. And whoever gets that song first will not only get the song, but they will get to choose who they want to compete against. This is important later. I had 2 thoughts when I was watching this part of the show. The first one being, this is explained in the most convoluted way possible, and I totally didn't understand what was going on until after the fact. And the second thought is, if you guys have seen that viral clip from Chinese Produce 101, the one where the girl falls and then Tao yells at the other girls for not helping her, it makes me just wonder if this will be anything like that, like akin to Black Friday shopping madness, or if maybe they'll be a little more civil about it. Time will tell, and the time is now. Lee Seung-gi counts down, and the girls are off. And I swear at least 4 girls were like, in middle school or in elementary school, I was a track runner, I was a track star. Everybody's apparently a track star. The race is on, and the girls who are cheering for their representative runner, they're all cheering. I can only imagine how freaking loud it was in that room. Rip Lee Seung-gi's ears. Jurina came in first, so maybe she was actually a track runner in middle school. The race itself doesn't really last very long. Everything is kind of just built up for dramatic effect. Eddie loses a shoe mid-run, but that's about as crazy as it gets.